Welcome to Manila Mustangs basketball.
High School Hoops, presented by Rocky Mountain Yeti, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, by West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, by Jensen Wood Motors of Montpelier, Idaho, MyLocalRadio.com, Plains Tire, and by Pet Mineral Labs.
And now, let's head courtside and join our host and play-by-play man, Ryan STEINECKERT.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the SEVIER Valley Center and the opening day of the 2018-19 girls basketball season. 4 games in the books already, and it's Bryce Valley versus Manila coming up in a few minutes. The two teams are on the court warming up. Tabiona and Milford just finished up their game. We'll tell you about that. And the previous games will also set the scene for today's matchup, the Mustangs versus the Mustangs, right after this. As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the Tire Professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
We're back at Richfield and the SEVIER Valley Center. Ryan STEINECKERT here ahead of the Manila Mustangs versus the Bryce Valley Mustangs to open up the 2018-19 season. Our broadcast today is brought to you by these Manila Mustangs supporting businesses and individuals: Five Sun Services, Signer by First Bank, Whistler Chevrolet, DDI, Flaming Gorge Realty, Slaws Sinclair, Bridger Valley Electric, United Steelworkers, Ranch Hand Welding by Lucerne Valley Marina, and by Covelo Auto Insurance. Our matchup today features the Bryce Valley Mustangs and the Manila Mustangs. And Manila, I believe, the designated home team for this one. And the Mustangs, of course, neither team has played so far this season. The Manila Mustangs in Region 22, looking for a good year, a good season. Bryce Valley in Region 20. And they, as always, Region 20 will be deep and tough this season. Now let's look back at last year and what these two teams did. The Manila Mustangs are coached by Toni Pendleton. She's in her first season as the head coach of the Manila Mustangs basketball program. No state titles in Manila's history. Last year, 12-11, above 500, lost in consolation to Bryce Valley. So the last team that Manila played last year, the last game they had on the hardwood, was against Bryce Valley, a loss in consolation last year after going 1-2 at the state tournament. Mustangs last year went 2-4 in Region 22 play. Year before that, Manila did not make the state tournament in 2015-16, lost the play-in game to Parowan, and no state tournament in 2014-15. 0-2 at state in 2013-14. That's looking back the last 5 years. Last time the Mustangs made much noise at the state tournament was in the finish of the 2012-13 season. Mustangs went 20-5 that year, 6-2 in Region 17 at that time. And finished 7th place. At the state tournament, lost the 5th and 7th place game against the Milford Tigers, 39-31 that season. Again, that was in 2012-13. But the Manila Mustangs bring back 3 of their top 5 scorers from a year ago. Gone is Sylvie Anderson, who provided 7 points and 5 rebounds a game. Lexi Taylor also graduated, 6 points and 3 rebounds, plus a steal and a half and an assist and a half per game. But the Mustangs bring back some good scoring capabilities with Abby Sadler, who averaged 8.5 points per game, and the big one, Aspen Collett, who will anchor the middle. Almost 9 rebounds and 14 points per game last year. Aspen Collett in her senior year looking for big things. Brooke Guyman, also a senior. Kimsey Sawyer and Abby Sadler, all seniors as well. 4 seniors on this Manila Mustangs team, and I think they have some good high hopes this year for a quality season. The Bryce Valley Mustangs come back after last year going 8-18 overall and losing in the 6th and 8th place game against Valley. The Mustangs are coached by Tyson Brinkerhoff, and he's in about his 14th or 15th season at the helm of this Bryce Valley team. Mustangs, the last several years, have been good. They finished as the state champs, their only state title in 2016-17, beat Tabiona in overtime for that state title. In 2015-16, 21-6 overall, they finished 3rd. 4th the year before that, 2nd the year before that. So the last 5 years, they've got a 2nd place finish, a 3rd place finish, a 4th place finish, a state championship, and an 8th place finish. They've not finished below 8th place in the last 5 years, and they've got some high hopes for this year as well. A young team last year. They graduated 2 of their top 5 scorers, but bring back some, again, much like the Manila Mustangs, some good scoring from Brooklyn Syret, who's a sophomore this year, averaged 9 points per game last year, and Carlene Roundy, Oakley Johnson, both just under 7 points a game last year, will provide some good returning senior leadership, or not senior, but some returning leadership for this Bryce Valley Mustang team. We'll take a quick break. We'll tell you scores from games earlier today, and we'll have your tip-off in just a moment right here on Manila Mustangs basketball from the 1A preview in the SEVIER Valley Center in Richfield.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
If you've struggled to get a vehicle because of some bumps in your credit, then come to the all-new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group. We have over 20 different lenders ready to help you reestablish your credit with a quality new or pre-owned vehicle. Good credit, bad credit, bankruptcy? Let the new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group try to help you. Call our credit hotline today and ask for Jeff or Dave to get pre-approved for your next vehicle. Call 307-789-3151 today. Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend driven.
Back at the SEVIER Valley Center for Manila Mustangs basketball. Here on YouTube, we welcome you tuned in wherever you're watching, and thank all the sponsors bringing you today's broadcast. Covelo Auto Insurance, Lucerne Valley Marina, Ranch Hand Welding, and United Steel Workers among those sponsors. Our broadcast is also brought to you in part by MyLocalRadio.com. Games already today. The White Horse defeated Tinnick in the first game of the day, 46-18. Monument Valley had a high-scoring barn burner. Monument Valley won that one, 65-54. Green River pulled away late against ICS, 50-32. And Milford had a close one with Tabiona, a defensive battle. And the Milford Tigers beat the Tabiona Tigers 34-25 was the final. That was about a 5-point game with just a minute and a half left to go. But Milford hit some free throws. Presley Barnson and the Milford Tigers got the win. Milford looking solid again. They're the defending runner-up. Last year lost the state championship against Panguitch. Lena Yee gone. But, boy, Milford Tigers bring back a good supporting cast of players. Manila Mustangs and the Bryce Valley Mustangs about to get underway here, and we've got your starters for you. The Bryce Valley Mustangs, the designated visiting team in the road blacks, green numbers, white trim around those numbers, and they will start sophomore Brooklyn Syret, number 3, a senior, number 10, McKenna Syret, a junior, number 15, Macy Brinkerhoff, senior, number 32, Carlene Roundy, and a junior, number 34, Oakley Johnson. Again, Roundy and Johnson both averaged almost 7 points per game last year. Brooklyn Syret, 9.5 points plus 2.5 rebounds and 1.5 steals per game. And the Bryce Valley, of course, just 2 years ago, the state champs. looking for some good things. Coach Tyson Brinkerhoff does a great job, and boy, has his team disciplined, fundamentally sound, and they play good basketball. As for the Manila Mustangs, interesting situation here is the last game was Milford Tigers and Tabiona Tigers. This one, Bryce Valley Mustangs and Manila Mustangs. So it's the competition of Tigers in the last game, competition of Mustangs in this one. Manila Mustangs led by Coach Tony Pendleton in her first year. The Mustangs girls basketball program just a couple of years ago, it was Mike Hughes, the head coach. Last couple of years, Clark Anderson, and this year Coach Tony Pendleton takes over in her first season as head coach of the Manila Mustangs. Starting for the Manila Mustangs in the home whites, red numbers, some black trim on those jerseys as well. It'll be number 0, double 0, Abby Sadler. Number 1, Olivia Clegg. I should mention Sadler, a senior. Junior or sophomore, number 1, Olivia Clegg. Sophomore, number 10, Canell Browning. A senior, number 13, Aspen Collett. And senior, number 14, Brooke Guyman. Of course, if you're confused about teams, you may hear me say Mustangs a few times during this broadcast. We'll try to keep it to Manila and Bryce Valley. And of course, you watching at home or wherever you are, maybe at work, maybe at school, wherever it is that you're watching from. Of course, the Manila Mustangs are the designated home team in the home whites and red. You know that well. The Bryce Valley Mustangs in the black and green. Manila, as Aspen Collett wins the toss, and Manila has it first, attacking left to right as you watch from here at the Sevier Valley Center. Out left wing, Clegg tries to drive, but as I mentioned, that Bryce Valley team, they'll be very fundamentally sound on defense with their footwork, all that kind of stuff. Man-to-man defense early on here from Bryce Valley. Manila works it around the top and a reach-in foul against Bryce Valley's Brooklyn Syrette. First foul of the game, just underway, 7.5 left to go in the first quarter. Browning looking to inbound and goes long. It hits a Bryce Valley Mustang. Shot up, partially blocked, and the Mustangs of Bryce Valley have it. Syrette up to the top of the key. Looks like Manila will line up in a man-to-man defense as well. So we start this game off, no score on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. Lob down inside. Kick it out and around. Pass inside. Knocked away. Bryce Valley gets it back. Bryce Valley showing some patience here, and a lot of times you see these 1A preview games. It may be skewed for a lack of intensity, but it's just patience, and it's also, as that shot to drive, Mustangs block it, Manila does, and come down with the basketball. It's teams trying to, I mean, you've only had a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks of practice, probably 7, 8 practices at this point in the year. And so players are still, okay, now what am I running here? Well, this is the play. Trying to process that in your mind. Sadler with the drive, shot too far left, and Bryce Valley has it. Players and individuals especially trying to remember what they're doing on different plays. Bryce Valley puts up the 3, this one off right, and the rebound, Aspen Collett. No score, almost 2 minutes gone by, first quarter. We've had a couple of blowouts, a couple of good games so far today. Games later on should have some good ones. Panguitch and Monticello. We'll see how Panguitch comes back off their state championship. Mustangs turn it over. The Bryce Valley Mustangs take it away. Next game, that's Panguitch Monticello. Paiute and Rich, I think that'll be a pretty good one. And then Wayne versus Wendover. That might be pretty good as well. Wayne looks like they'll come back. Should be a pretty good team this year. Aspen Collett with the steal. She'll turn and bring it up court herself across the timeline. Both teams struggling a little bit with turnovers and getting into their offense. Sadler pulls up, shoots just a little over the top. Fight chasing down the rebound on the sideline. Browning can't quite save it. Bryce Valley takes over. These are two teams that last year were a couple of the top teams defensively in the state. Manila allowed just over 40 points per game. That was good enough for 6th in all of 1A. They scored just a few more points more than that per contest. Bryce Valley last year allowed just over 42 2 points per game. They'll kick it outside, three-point shot off right over the top and misses everything. Just squeezed between the back of the rim and the underside of the backboard. Manila basketball. Almost 3 minutes gone by. Neither team has scored. So far, a defensive battle. Sadler taking her time. No hurry here. Crosses the timeline. Oh, good crossover. Left to right. Goes inside. Call it. Can't handle it. And she's bumped. Manila will have it on the baseline. Second foul of the game. And that's Brooklyn Syrett, her second personal, second team foul for both teams combined, and Syrett with both of them. So Manila will inbound. Fired in, ball poked away. Good hands. Carlene Roundy, the senior. 5'9". She's the tallest player on the court for Bryce Valley. Manila looks to inbound. Still holding. 4-5. Better get it in quick, and just does not. 5-second violation. She fired it just after the whistle started to sound. No score. Almost midway through the first quarter. Neither team has put up a lot of shots. We haven't seen a lot of turnovers. Just 2 apiece. But the problem has been just missed shots. Teams a little bit rusty, trying to figure out, well, where the basket is with that shot. Over the top and out. Some good news for Oregon Ducks fans. Beat the Syracuse Orange today. Go Ducks. Men's basketball. Ducks lost last night to Iowa. Bounced back today. A slow pace so far. Both teams solid defensively, not allowing much. Sadler drives, dishes, a little too high for Call It. Mustangs of Manila with 3 turnovers so far in the ball game. Across the timeline comes Syrett. 2 fouls already on her. Looking backdoor, nothing there. Syrett gets it back, left wing. Top of the key, long 2, just short, and the rebound picked up by Bryce, or by Manila. Bryce Valley fights and almost takes it away, but Manila holds on. Clegg across the timeline to Sadler. Guyman, high screen. Sadler follows left. Nope, now they'll take it off. Halfway through this first quarter, no score on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard, and Manila with an errant pass will turn it over. You know that folks who followed 1A basketball, especially on the girls' side, and man, if you've paid attention, Region 20, these teams, they have the ability to score quite a few points, but looks like by Bryce Valley and Coach Brinkerhoff, not maybe a little hesitant. I don't know if I want to say lack of confidence, but hesitant to see what his team has offensively. They're being real measured, very slow pace. Of course, Manila hasn't been much different. They've attacked a little bit more offensively. But Bryce Valley relying right now on his defense, which, well, looking pretty good. No score in this first quarter. Drive by Bryce Valley, comes up short. Call It with her 3rd rebound of the game. She's fouled as she pulls it in. First foul on somebody other than Brooklyn Syrett, but it's still on a Syrett. Madison Syrett, the senior, with her first personal. 3 team fouls for Bryce Valley. Manila has yet to commit a foul. Sadler across the timeline, no score. Left wing, Clegg looks give and go. Sadler shot, just miss. Rimmed around a bit. Rebound, fought for, and Call It has it at the top. Right side. Gives back to Browning. Manila works it around and gives it away, but a travel. Oh, a timeout. So Bryce Valley calls its first timeout of the game. No score, 2:41 left, first quarter. We'll be right back.
We take your fun very seriously. That's why we put so much emphasis on training and experience with our mechanics at Cash Honda Yamaha. Whether you're getting it ready for an upcoming season, putting it away for the winter, having routine maintenance, or have a mechanical problem, we want to make sure that when you're ready to have fun with it, it's ready for you. Don't trust your fun to just anyone. Make sure you bring all your service work to Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley.
Slow-paced defensive battle so far. No score. 2:41 left first quarter. We've had a couple games like this. Taviona scored just 12 points in the first half of its game. Loss against Milford. Final score there was 34-25. Bryce Valley with it. Right wing. Drive. Shot. Block. Foul. Browning, I believe, was there on the defense. And Cannell picks up her first personal foul. Bryce Valley's Tori Nelson at the line. Nelson just checked in, and she misses wide right. .229 left here in this first quarter. No score. Second free throw, nothing but net for Nelson, and Bryce Valley is on the board, leading 1-0. Browning throws it, poked away, out of bounds. See the quickness of Kesley Floyd there, the sophomore. There's a young Bryce Valley team, and they'll need those youngsters to step up. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seniors on the team, but just 2 of those seniors start. Left wing, Browning. One dribble to her right, picks up, throws it across the top, picked off by Floyd. Goes coast to coast and misses too strong. Call it with her 5th rebound, and she's fouled as she comes down. Foul charge to Madison Syrett. So the 2 Syrets have 2 fouls. Well, 2 of the Syrets have 2 fouls apiece. There's a McKenna Syrett as well, and a Reagan Syrett. 4 Syrets on this Bryce Valley team. Sadler, right sideline, across the timeline. A little push from behind, and Madison Syrett will pick up her 3rd, I believe. Yes, the senior with 3 fouls already. And Madison takes a quick jaunt to the bench. Cannell Browning to inbound. Manila taking a few shots. A few too many turnovers. 5 in this first quarter. And the Manila Mustangs trail 1-0. Abby Sadler pushed a little in the back as she went for the to receive the pass and lost her balance, came down, lost the ball out of bounds. 1-0 Bryce Valley still with the lead. Manila with 6 turnovers in the first quarter. Out on the right wing, Bryce Valley to the top. Nelson, she's got the 1 point in the ball game. Drives up with the left hand, misses a little bit short off the glass. Offensive board, shot missed. Sadler with the rebound. And Manila has a chance to take a lead. A low-scoring, slow-paced defensive battle so far in this one. Clegg, big screen by Guyman, picks it up just outside the free throw line and has to dish it off to Browning. Looking, picked up the dribble. It was in a little trouble, but got it away to Sadler. Nice pick and roll, but the pass a little too low and picked off by Oakley Johnson. Collett rolled to the hoop, and Sadler had her, but just couldn't get the pass over the long arms of Oakley Johnson, the junior, with the steal. Out left wing, 3 short, and the rebound all the way out of bounds. Manila will take over. 33.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Kimsey Sawyer checks in for Manila. Sadler will take her time. Picks up the pace just a little bit and crosses the timeline with 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. Sawyer on the right wing. Again, the pick and roll, but this time the roll pass not there, but maybe a mismatch with freshman Kristen Stewart manned up with Aspen Collett. Collett high screen again. Bryce Valley switching on screens, looking inside, and the pass just too far out in front of Olivia Clegg. Manila turns it over for an 8th time in this first quarter. Luckily for Manila, their defense has been excellent. They've allowed just 1 point on a free throw. Sadler with a steal up off the right side of the glass and in, and the Mustangs of Manila get a bucket just before the buzzer and lead 2-1 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. Second quarter action coming up right after this.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
A slow pace. Both teams, I would say, a little bit hesitant to really push the pace, and Manila still with 8 turnovers in that first quarter despite that slow pace. But Abby Sadler with a steal and a bucket just before time expired in the first quarter, and Manila leads 2-1 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard over Bryce Valley. Bryce Valley last year scored 37 points a game. That was 14th. Manila scored 43 points a game. That was 11th. Both of these teams bring 3 of their 5 leading scorers back from a year ago. 3-point shot left wing, no, rims around and out, fight for the board. Macy Brinkerhoff had it but couldn't hold on to it, out of bounds. Manila basketball. Browning, Sadler, Sawyer, Collett, and I believe Clegg. Yeah, that is Clegg on the floor for Manila to start this second quarter. Manila leads 2-1. Collett hands off to Sadler. Looking back door for Collett. She can't get through Oakley Johnson to get that ball. And Manila turns it over for a 9th time. That's something they'll clean up as the season goes on. Luckily, their defense is playing well enough that 9 turnovers haven't hurt them so far. Free throw line, kick it back out, right wing. Long 3 short by Bryce Valley. Rebound tipped and picked up by Johnson. Oakley, listed at 5'8". She looks a little taller and definitely has long arms. Good wingspan for Johnson. High screen on Sadler. Rolls, drive. The shot by Syrett too strong. Offensive board in and out by Carlene Roundy. And a fight for the rebound ends up in a travel for Manila. Syrett to inbound. Goes in left corner to Syrett. That was Brooklyn to McKenna. Yeah, that was Brooklyn. Kicks it back outside. 3-point shot, back of the iron. Long rebound out to the sideline. Saved, nope, not quite saved by Bryce Valley. Manila leads 2-1. Next game is Penguich versus Monticello. Following that, Paiute takes on Rich. That Paiute versus Rich game you can watch live on MyLocalRadio.com. Sadler across the timeline, left wing. Browning holding, looking. Bryce Valley still in a man-to-man defense, and Manila with the travel. Kesley Floyd checks back into the ball game. Must be a long day for the PA man. He just said into the game for Green River. They played 2 games ago. Low scoring, slow paced affair so far between Bryce Valley and Manila. A big part of that is defense. Both these teams tight, solid man-to-man defense. Lob inside, good move, stripped away. Collett with the steal. Aspen with at least 5 rebounds, couple of steals already in this ball game. I don't know if you call that a block shot or a steal. It looked like Johnson was trying to spin and shoot, but Collett just stripped it away. Sawyer runs into Syrett, and a wrap-up jump ball possession arrow will keep it with Manila. That's just about as good as a turnover right there. Sawyer will inbound. Again, teams expect some kind of little bit of rustiness offensively as they work to try and figure out different plays, just how to execute. Nice pick and roll to call it inside, and she's hit from behind. Good attempt by Syrett to come back and knock that away, but for Brooklyn, that is a third personal foul. So you've got 6 team fouls, 3 of those on Brooklyn Syrett, 3 on Madison Syrett. And that'll send Brooklyn to the sideline. Madison checks back in, but she's got 3 fouls as well, so she better be careful. Sawyer looking to inbound. Still looking, lobs it into Sadler just in time. Abby. Senior averaged 8.5 points, 3.5 rebounds last year as a junior. Sawyer, nice pass, threads the needle to call it for the 2 on the right side. And Manila leads 4-1 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. That pick and roll has been there. It's just been tough to find the passing lane against Bryce Valley's defense. Quick shot from the left side, Carlene Roundy. First field goal of the game for Bryce Valley. Comes with 5:03 left in the second. And Manila's lead down to 1. Drive, Browning, shot, got it to go on the floor. No bucket. Browning fought through the defense and see if Madison Syrett was in the area. But she's got to be praying that she is not picking up her 4th personal foul, and she does not. It's Oakley Johnson with the foul, and Cannell Browning shoots 1 and 1. Browning's first offering, good. Nothing but net. Cannell will shoot a second. Browning, limited action last year as a freshman. Comes in this year as a sophomore. Averaged just under a point per game last year in appearances. And that can be deceiving sometimes with those younger players. They'll average it out over total games of the season. Browning hits both free throws. Even though Browning may have only appeared in 8 or 15 games rather than the full 25, but they still average out, you know, say 20 points scored in 10 games. If they average that out, 20 points divided by 25, under a point a game. In the lane, nice left-handed shot by Madison Syrett. And offenses seem to have found some holes in the defense. Deflected pass by Johnson, and you see those long arms getting in the passing lane. Manila maintains possession, though, and Sawyer will inbound. Inbound to Sadler. Just about midway through the second quarter, the Manila Mustangs scored 1 field goal in the first. Bryce Valley had a free throw, and that was it. Long pass across the top. Johnson steps in front for the steal. Oakley all the way coast to coast, goes left to right, and a foul on the shot. It looked like contact, but the whistle came late. One official saw a clean block, the other saw the contact. So Oakley Johnson will shoot 2. Johnson's first draws front of the iron, no good. Tori Nelson checks back into the game. Kristen Stewart, a freshman for Bryce Valley, also checks in. Second free throw, a little more on it, and that swishes through. We're tied. Oakley Johnson with the free throw. Bryce Valley starts in a full court press. Sadler across to Collett. Aspen with the left hand. Gives it off. Browning for 3. Ooh, just off. Kimsey Sawyer, the offensive rebound. Kicks it back outside to Sadler. Lobs inside. She finds Clegg up, and it rims and bounces around and then falls through. And Manila retakes the lead 8-6. Manila with 3 field goals and a couple of free throws in the ball game. Drive, left side, shot up, good, and the foul. Abby Sadler will pick up her first personal foul, and Madison Syrett has the 3-point play opportunity that would put Bryce Valley on top. They led 1-0 early, haven't led since then. Syret's free throw eases down through after hitting the front of the rim. Madison with a three-point play. Playing with 3 fouls midway through this second quarter. Inbound to Sadler, long pass up ahead to Browning. One dribble, kick it off to Collett. She's pushed, fights through, misses the layup. And rebound pulled down by Bryce Valley's Kesley Floyd. You could see Collett get pushed off her track as she headed toward the basket, but no foul called. Left wing, Syret. Madison listed at 5'8", one of the taller players on this Bryce Valley team. Free throw line, thought about the shot, instead dished off to Johnson. Misses, Sawyer with the rebound, and a timeout. Manila, 2:59 left in the second. Bryce Valley leads by 1, 9-8 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard.
It's fun helping each customer find the best vehicle for their needs. I'm Tracy Lawley and I've worked with my brother Kirk for 23 years. Back in 1969, my grandfather Donnell Jensen sold a customer this 1969 Dodge Charger. Years later, I had the opportunity to sell that same customer a new Dodge truck. And we continue to have the opportunity to serve his children and grandchildren. If you're buying a car from someone who isn't having fun, you should definitely come see me before you sign on the dotted line.
Well, at the end of the first quarter, it was just 2-1. Manila had a lead over Bryce Valley. Teams have found their offense a bit here in the second quarter. And Bryce Valley leads 9-8 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. Madison Syret, playing with 3 fouls, has 5 points, including a 3-point play just moments ago that put Bryce Valley ahead. Bryce Valley was in a full court press, but it looks like they've backed off of that. We've also seen them in an almost exclusively man-to-man defense, but they've shifted and set up in a 2-3 zone as Manila brings it across the timeline. Sadler, right corner to Browning. Manila had found some success inside, and Sadler tries a pass into the middle, but it's picked off by Oakley Johnson, who then travels with it. Manila gets it right back. That's a good idea if the passing lane is there for Sadler, but tough to do against 3 players down inside on the baseline. Out to Sadler, open 3. A little too strong off the window. Collett tips the rebound, but Johnson has it. Her second rebound of the game. 9-8, Bryce Valley on top, 2.5 left, first half. Roundy, couple of hard dribbles, back right wing. Johnson thought about the 3 for a moment, gave up to Roundy, left wing. Bryce Valley working it around, a little more crisp passing, but they pass it away, and they steal for Olivia Clegg. It was a gimme steal, but Clegg came away with it. Sadler across the timeline, 2 out high, come high to meet her. Sawyer to Sadler. Looks right side, Browning. Sadler looking back door. Sawyer pulls up from 15, left, just off the left elbow, and swishes it through. Manila back on top by a point, 10-9. Roundy on the right wing. Collett on her. Manila stayed in that man-to-man defense. Some good screens. Kesley Floyd shoots over the top, but Mustangs of Manila tipped it last as it goes out of bounds. Macy Brinkerhoff started, checks back in. Junior, listed at 5'7", will inbound. Goes into the middle, quick free throw line jumper, rims out, offensive board by Brinkerhoff, missed. Rebound tipped up, and a Manila foul. Kesley Floyd gets knocked to the floor. Abby Sadler, and that would be, I think, her 3rd. Canell Browning has 1, nobody else with a foul for Manila. Inbound, Johnson drives, Collett with the block. Her 2nd block of the game. Manila has it. Sadler with 1:15 left first quarter, and Manila leading by 1. Browning looks into the middle and throws it away. That's been one issue definitely for Manila so far in this game. 13 turnovers in the first half so far. Right side, drive, good little move, and McKenna Syret scores. Put Bryce Valley back up by 1, 11-10. Sadler crosses the timeline. Browning thought about a shot, but passes it up. Sawyer, back door. She finds Browning. Her shot blocked. Collett is there, goes back outside. Sadler fakes the shot. Pulls up in the lane, misses too strong, but she's fouled. So Sadler will go to the line. Macy Brinkerhoff with her first personal foul, and Sadler can put Manila back on top with a pair of free throws. Couple of dribbles, holds it high above the head and fires away a bit strong. Sadler will try to tie with a second free throw. 3 dribbles, and again lifts it high, holds, crouches, shoots, and hits. So we're tied at 11 with 34 seconds left in the first half. It was 2-1 at the end of the first quarter. Manila got a layup right at the end of the quarter to score their first points in the first. Mustangs kick it out and around. Roundy shoots, misses. It rounds out. Fight for chased rebound by, I believe that was, that was Brinkerhoff. Kick it back out. Roundy for 3, swishes it through. Carlene Roundy with 5 points in the quarter. And Manila can't get a shot off before time expires. Bryce Valley will go into the half leading 14-11. They had 1 point in the first quarter, scored 13 in the second. And we're headed to the half with Bryce Valley leading 14-0 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. We'll be right back with our halftime show right after this.
Hello, Miss Susan Siamese Cat.
Dr. Dog, I'm here because my perfectly shiny fur has lost its shimmer, and I don't have the energy I did as a kitten.
Miss Susan Siamese Cat, I recommend that you start taking the Feline Daily Multi-Chews from PetMinerals.com immediately. Your good health isn't a yarn ball to play with.
Dr. Dog, you always make me feel better.
Log on to PetMinerals.com today and get your feline supplements ordered today.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Welcome to the halftime show. Ryan STEINECKERT here at the SEVIER Valley Center. The Manila Mustangs and the Bryce Valley Mustangs. A slow-paced defensive first quarter that saw Manila hit a buzzer beater. Abby Sadler pulled down an offensive rebound and hit a shot just before the end of the first quarter. Manila led 2-1 at the end of the first 8 minutes. Second quarter, both teams found their stride, found their groove a little bit better. The Manila Mustangs scored 9 points in that second quarter, but Bryce Valley with 13 in the second 8 minutes, and Bryce Valley leads 14-11 at the half. Carlene Roundy and Madison Syrett had 5 points apiece in the second quarter. Syrett played with 3 fouls. Brooklyn Syrett had 3 fouls as well, as both those players got into a bit of foul trouble, but were able to work, especially Madison Syrett, the senior, worked through it, dealt with it, and scored those 5 points. Had an and one about midway through the second quarter. Oakley Johnson hit a free throw. Tori Nelson did as well, and McKenna Syrett had a field goal in the second quarter. So it's 5 points apiece for Roundy and Madison Syrett. 2 for McKenna Syrett. 1 apiece for Tori Nelson and Oakley Johnson. For the Manila Mustangs, Abby Sadler led the way with 3 points. Olivia Clegg, Kimsey Sawyer, Cannell Browning, and Aspen Collett each had 2 points for Manila. Aspen with 14 points per game last year being her average, well below that. And part of the issue, or probably the biggest issue for Manila, has been getting the ball to Aspen Collett. They've tried to get it to her on picks and rolls, on bounce passes, entry passes, trying to get it down inside. And with each attempt, Bryce Valley has forced a turnover, except for about 1 or 2 times is all that Manila's been able to get it down inside to Aspen. Manila had 13 turnovers in that first half, and I mentioned Bryce Valley, their fundamentals. They are a sound team in fundamental basketball. They'll move their feet on defense. They keep hands out. They go where they're supposed to go. They be where they're supposed to be, and they don't turn it over a lot. 5 turnovers in that first half for Bryce Valley, probably 1 or 2 more than Coach Tyson Brinkerhoff wants to see from his team. Is a disciplined and well-coached team, and you can see that Manila Mustangs, Coach Tony Pendleton, has her team doing some good things defensively as well. We'll see what adjustments they make to get things going offensively in the second half and see if they can take care of the ball a little bit better. Again, 13 turnovers in that first half. That's probably about where you want to be for the full game. Maybe from coach to coach it varies a bit, but I know especially if you keep a slow pace, the goal is probably anywhere from 10 to 15 turnovers in the entire game. And again, Manila with 13 in that first half. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more of your halftime show. Bryce Valley with a 14-11 lead on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard.
Many of our customers have trusted Jensen Wood Motors for generations. It's important to all of us here at the dealership we always work for the people. My grandpa was a man of his word, and he passed that tradition on to us. We understand that we're here to serve our customers, and every day we try and do that to the best of our ability. We really appreciate each customer, and we want to make sure that they feel that when they're doing business with us.
Jensen Wood Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Montpelier, Idaho.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today. You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Welcome back to the half at the Sevier Valley Center, opening day of the 2018-19 1A girls basketball season. And Bryce Valley leads Manila 14-11 at the half on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. A defensive battle in the first quarter. Bryce Valley scored just one free throw. Manila scored one field goal and led 2-1. Both teams came alive in the second quarter, and Bryce Valley leads 14-11. Games already took place. Tinnick and Whitehorse was the first game of the day, and Whitehorse won that one 46-18. Monument Valley then scored a bunch in a 65-54 win over Valley. Green River beat ICS 50-32. And Milford topped Tabiona 34-25. Those are your 4 games so far in this one here at the Sevier Valley Center. And again, at the half, it's Bryce Valley leading Manila 14-11 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. Bryce Valley will have it to start this second half. They're in the darks. Manila in the home whites, designated home team on the scoreboard. Pass down inside, and a shot is up, blocked. Bryce Valley heads to the free throw line. The foul, Olivia Clegg, her first. I thank Brad James for some stats in that first half. I had Manila with 13 turnovers. He had him with 16, so I must have missed a couple. First free throw, short, and then a lane violation. So Oakley Johnson only gets to shoot one. She missed it, and Manila takes over. Manila shot just 5 of 21 in that first half. Bryce Valley, or excuse me, Manila shot just 4 of 10 in that first half. Only got 10 shots off because of all those turnovers. Brooke Guyman turns, shoots, hits off the window, and Guyman is fouled. A chance for the three-point play and an opportunity to tie things up. Guyman's free throw, nothing but net. And we're tied up at 14. Not a lot of free throws for either team in that first half. Long 2 from the right wing. Good. Macy Brinkerhoff showing the touch. 16-14. Bryce Valley back on top. Call it across the timeline. Bounces right side. Browning the long 2, and she answers. We're tied. Canell Browning with her third and fourth points of the game. Browning hit 2 free throws in the second quarter. Manila 3 of 4 from the charity stripe in that first half. Bryce Valley 3 of 5. Long 2 off the glass, rims out. Kinsley Floyd with the offensive board, misses the putback, and Browning has it. Starts to push and then slows it back down. There's a lot of black, dark green jerseys getting back, so Browning slows it back. Collett out high. Browning back to Collett. Aspen steps up. 2-3 zone defense for Bryce Valley. Again, inside to Guyman. She misses, but the rebound all the way back outside to Browning. Collett drops it inside, looking for Guyman again, and it's deflected away out of bounds. Manila. Kimsey Sawyer to inbound. Looking, well defended by Bryce Valley, and well, I was going to say that was a quick 5 seconds, but it was a foul against Bryce Valley's Oakley Johnson, and I believe that's her second. Sawyer to inbound again, looks for Guyman. Ball gets through her hands, but she picks it back up. Collett out on the right wing. Aspen dribbles left, back right. It's a different offensive set than we've seen from Manila with Collett out high. Maybe Coach Pendleton wanting to clear out the middle a little bit and just have one of those 2 towers down inside. 3-point shot left corner by Browning is off, and Roundy has the rebound. That shot a bit short. Drive and shot blocked by Collett. I've got that as Collett's second block of the game. Couple of steals, couple of blocks. Bryce Valley inbounds, out high. Drive by Taylor, or Johnson rather. And Oakley is fouled on this shot. I think that was Aspen Collett. No, Kimsey Sawyer. Kimsey's first personal. And Oakley Johnson back at the line to shoot 2 this time. First rims around and out. We're tied at 16. Johnson looks to put Bryce Valley on top. Bryce Valley just 3 of 7 from the line in this ball game. Johnson misses short on the second one, and Clegg with the rebound for Manila. The Bryce Valley Mustangs just 3 of 8. Aspen Collett drives, misses short, or misses off the right side, but will go to the free throw line on the foul. Macy Brinkerhoff with her second personal. Brooklyn Seibert has 3, Madison Seibert 3, Macy Brinkerhoff 2, and Oakley Johnson 2. That's fouls. Collett misses the first. Aspen got her with 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 2 points in the game. And she looks to put Manila back on top, and does. Hits the second of the 2 free throws. And Manila leads 17-16. Across the timeline, Floyd, right wing. McKenna Seibert, entry pass. They go back outside on a travel. I thought Macy might have gotten away with it for a moment there. But no. Out high, Collett. We saw Collett in that first half. She was down inside the entire time. Ooh, good give and go, or good give to Guyman, then to Collett, who drives right side, just misses, but earns another trip to the free throw line. Guyman and Collett both, well, they're the 2 tallest players on the team. Carlene Roundy listed at 5'9". Guyman's probably got 3 inches on her, so you'd put Guyman right about 6 feet. Collett's about the same height. And the Manila Mustangs, with both those players playing inside in the first half, just couldn't find any room to get passes down to the block. Couldn't find any space down in the paint. But here in the second half, they've brought Collett out. Collett hits the first free throw, hits the second as well. And with that adjustment, Manila has found a little more space down inside. And it's still Collett, I think, who they want to go to. Guyman has a bucket as well. It was a 3-point play to start this third quarter. But Collett from the outside, finding some room inside. Shot goes up, missed. Sawyer with the rebound for Manila. Missed off the right side. I don't know if Coach Brinkerhoff wants those outside shots every trip down the court. Aspen tries to drive again. Ball poked away from by McKenna Seibert. And I believe McKenna just picked up her first personal. So you've got Brooklyn Seibert with 3 fouls, McKenna Seibert with 1, Madison Seibert with 3, and Reagan Seibert we haven't seen in yet, a freshman. Kimsey Sawyer has to just lob it in to avoid a 5-second violation, and the Mustangs turn it over. Manila does for a 17th time in the game. They had 16 turnovers in that first half. But that's their first, at least by my tally here, of the second half. Left wing, Brooklyn Seibert drives, shot blocked by Collett. Looked like she got a piece of it. If she did, that's her 3rd block of the game. And Manila, with a 19-16 lead, has the basketball midway through the 3rd. High post by Guyman. Aspen way outside, picks up the dribble, and she's got to find somebody. Ball poked away by Johnson. Good hands by Oakley. She'll go to the other end, shoot and miss. A little strong. Rebound tipped around and chased down in the corner. That's McKenna Seibert inside. Shot blocked. A lot of contact. High in the air. Collett has it poked away. Seibert goes back outside. I've got Aspen with 4 blocks if you count that last one as well. Bryce Valley goes inside. Good pass to Johnson, who just misses, and Clegg pulls down the Manila rebound. 3.5 left to go, third quarter. Manila leads. Aspen, pick and roll, looking for Guyman, poked away. Oakley Johnson with the steal. She's got several of those in this game. A couple here in this second half. Had 4 in the first half. Oakley Johnson. Drive by Syret, missed. Rebound, Olivia Clegg again. And a timeout. Coach Tony Pendleton with 2:55 left here in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Manila leads 19-16 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Manila with a 3-point lead, and a big part of that is that Manila is shooting better from the free throw line. Manila shooting 8 of 10 from the free throw line, while Bryce Valley is just 3 of 8 from the line. Manila with the basketball. Aspen Collett, maybe the tallest player on the floor, brings it up court, throws it away, looking for Guyman, and couldn't quite get it to her. Got Manila with 19 turnovers in the game, but their defense has been solid. Free throw shooting has been excellent, 8 out of 10, 80%. Most high school teams would take that every day. Floyd on the right wing. Quick pass left side. Nelson can't find anything. Roundy back up top, long 3. This one off left. Fight for the rebound, and Floyd has it. Boy, she's not real tall, one of the smaller players on the court, but she's got a number of rebounds in this game. Hustle rebounds. Syret finds a lane and traveled. Frankly, I don't think that was a travel, but maybe I didn't see it right. Browning inbounds, and Manila will face some half-court pressure. Looks like Bryce Valley wants to set up in a half-court trap, and Kimsey Sawyer had position. Kesley Floyd tried to reach through and knocked the ball away, but also bumped Sawyer for the foul. 6th team foul for Bryce Valley here in the quarter. 2:05 left in the third, and Manila leads by 3. Had a lot of scoring to start this third quarter, most of it by Manila. They're on an 8-2 run. Browning looking inside, fires right into the Bryce Valley defense. Clegg trying to get it back, and a quick jump ball called. Possession arrow will keep it on Manila's end. Guyman had her defender sealed out. If Browning lobs one over the top, I think that's a good pass, but Browning tried to fire it in there, and the defense was right in front. Again, fired in and out of the hands of Guyman. Bryce Valley takes over on Manila's 20th turnover of the game. Bryce Valley attacks, drive, shot is missed off the window. Rebound Aspen Collett, and she's fouled as she pulls it in. Aspen's first rebound of the quarter. Foul charge to McKenna Syret. She's got 2. Madison Syret again. Madison Syret and Brooklyn Syret both picked up 3 fouls in the first quarter. Neither one has committed a foul since then. Collett ahead to Sawyer, fires across. Clegg across the timeline, trap comes. She'll lob it up to Collett. Aspen drives around the D all the way to the hoop and in. Aspen Collett with another field goal to put Manila up 21-16, and that's the way that this offense is designed to beat a half-court trap. Find that mismatch and get the shot. The shot goes up off the top of the backboard, and Collett pulls in the rebound. 21-16. They have not updated. There it is. Updated the scoreboard from that last bucket by Collett. Aspen has 5 points in the quarter, 7 in the ball game. Browning, right corner. Lobs, pick and roll. Guyman stops, shoots short. Rebound, Floyd for Bryce Valley. She's got Brinkerhoff streaking up ahead, but no passing lane. Couldn't get it up there to her. So Floyd, who's got at least 3 rebounds in the quarter. Right side over to Nelson. Back up top, they'll leave Bryce Valley's shooter open, and the shot just a bit short. McKenna Syrett fight for the board, and Collett comes up with the loose ball. She'll fire ahead. Kimsey Sawyer, right side, stops, looks back, gives in the middle. Guyman's shot blocked and stripped away, but Collett gets it back. She'll go again to Guyman. Then Sawyer, undercut, goes down hard on her backside. She pops right up. She's fine. Shoot 2 free throws. Happy to go to the line is Kimsey Sawyer. That could have been a dangerous foul, but was not. Brinkerhoff picks up her 4th. So now you've got Brinkerhoff and 2 Syretts with 4 and 3 fouls respectively. Bryce Valley in a little bit of foul trouble. Sawyer will shoot 2 here as we're in the double bonus, and Kimsey says, doesn't matter if I'm shooting 1 or 2. I'm going to hit the first and get 2 anyway. 22-16. Manila has outscored Bryce Valley 11-2 in this 3rd quarter. Remember, Bryce Valley scored just 1 in the 1st quarter, but erupted for 13 in the 2nd. Manila scored 2 in the 1st quarter, then 9 in the 2nd. They've scored 11, 12. 12 points here in the 3rd as Sawyer hits both free throws, has 4 points. 5, time running down, 4, 3, 2. Brinkerhoff doesn't realize her time is out and makes a pass at the buzzer. Manila leads 23-16 at the end of 3 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. We'll take a quick break and be right back with your 4th and final quarter of Manila Mustangs basketball.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
I mentioned free throws earlier. Manila 9 of 11 in the game, including 6 of 7 in that 3rd quarter. Despite way too many turnovers for the Manila Mustangs, they're shooting free throws well, they're getting buckets, and they lead 23-16 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. Bryce Valley has been streaky. 1 point in the 1st, 13 points in the 2nd, 2 points in the 3rd. And Bryce Valley just 3 of 8 from the free throw line. They've also got several players in some foul trouble. Macy Brinkerhoff has 4. Madison Syrett, Brooklyn Syrett, 3 fouls apiece. For Manila, Abby Sadler has 3 fouls. She checks back into the game, and in that 3rd quarter, Manila essentially had Aspen Collett running the point because Sadler had 3 fouls. We'll see if we go back to Sadler running the point. Manila in a 2-3 zone defense, and a nice move. Oakley Johnson can't quite finish. Offensive board, no. Collett tips the rebound, or Guyman tipped that over to Browning, who races across the timeline and then stops. Back out to Sadler. Abby dribbles to the free throw line. Ball poked away. A steal for Kesley Floyd. She'll go to the other end, hesitates, and then lays it up and in with the left hand. Just about lost the opportunity to shoot with that hesitation as she set her feet, but still did a good job to put it up with the left hand and in. Sadler, left side, call it. Guarded by Oakley Johnson. Bryce Valley back to a man-to-man defense, switching on screens. Browning fakes left, goes right, bounces into the middle, and a great read by Kesley Floyd. She saw that pass coming in all the way and just stepped in front for the steal, her 2nd of the quarter. A 5-point Manila Mustang lead. Bryce Valley, 2 years removed from a state championship. Last year, Oakley Johnson, nice pick and roll, shot up and in, and she earns a 3-point play opportunity. Last year, Bryce Valley finished just over 500 at 12 and 11. Lost in consolation, or excuse me, they finished at 8 and 18, and lost the 6th and 8th place game against Valley. Free throw by Johnson, short. Rebound tipped by Clegg, but Bryce Valley just more hungry to pull in that rebound. Takes it away. And Bryce Valley trails by 3. Oakley Johnson 1 of 6 from the free throw line. Shot blocked again. Aspen Collett with her 5th block of the game by my tally. That's unofficial, but she's also got 2 or 3 steals. And Manila has the basketball. Collett lobs backdoor. Sadler shot up and in. Nice pass from Collett to Sadler. Abby has 5, and Manila goes back up by 5, 25-20. It's been a defensive battle from start to finish. We had 3 total points scored in the first quarter. Manila hit a buzzer beater. Abby Sadler did right at the end of the first to make it 2-1. Bryce Valley driving and losing the handle. Brooklyn Syrick turns it over. Got Bryce Valley with 15 turnovers in the game. Manila with 20. Both these teams, that's more turnovers than you'll see a lot of the rest of the season, and more turnovers than either coach is happy with, I'm sure. Coach Brinkerhoff, especially with this pace of play, probably has a goal or an expectation of maybe 10 turnovers total. Short on the shot, Olivia Clegg right side. And the rebound to Bryce Valley. Floyd and the Mustangs of Bryce Valley attacking left to right. They're in the black jerseys, green numbers, white trim. Manila, the home whites. Right side travel, Brooklyn Syrick. Puts her head in her jersey in frustration. Knows she missed an opportunity. Inbound to Collett, back to Sadler. Full court or half court trap set up by Bryce Valley. Sadler goes in the middle. Guyman fires ahead to Sawyer. Looking across the paint, taken away. Oakley Johnson with another steal. That's at least 6 steals in the game for Johnson. Up court the other way. Bryce Valley can't hang on, and that's 3 turnovers in the quarter for the Mustangs. Timeout on the court with 5:01 left to go, and Manila leading by 5 in the fourth quarter. And we'll be right back from the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Fourth quarter action, 5:01 left to go in a defensive battle. We've seen both teams have big output in different quarters. Manila, the third quarter, 12 points. Bryce Valley, 13 points in the second. But for Bryce Valley, the struggle has been just 1 point in the first and just 2 points in the second. Manila trying to break the half-court press with some quick passing. Misfires and throws it out of bounds. And Bryce Valley takes over. Clock running. Oh, that ran off an extra 5 seconds real quick there as the ball had gone out of bounds. I think the official right there at the score clock, maybe the clock hadn't started when play started, and that's why it looks like that was the case. The clock had not started, so he has him run off about 5 seconds. Roundy in the left corner. They lob it inside. Good quick ball movement. Johnson off the right side glass, and it bounces down through Oakley Johnson with 5 points in the game. She's been to the free throw line quite a bit. Hasn't been very good from the free throw line, but she's got the steals to make up for it. Manila loses it out of bounds, but last touch by Bryce Valley. Full court press now. Sadler fires in for Sawyer. Kimsey throws behind Browning, but she's able to tip it back to herself. Makes a nice move. Gets up across the timeline and gives to Sadler. A little disjointed, but Manila able to break the press. I invite you to stay tuned. The next game is Panguitch versus Monticello. Stay tuned here to my local, or to YouTube. You can check out mylocalradio.com for Paiute versus Rich. That game is scheduled to start at 7. We'll probably start a little bit late as we're just a bit behind schedule. Manila turns it over for a 22nd time. Bryce Valley pass into the middle, ball poked away, but Bryce Valley comes up with it. Floyd steps into a long 2 and misses over the top. Roundy with the rebound. Carlene Roundy, 5 points, all in the second quarter. Hit a 2 and a 3. It's the only 3 of the ball game, I believe, was Roundy's 3 in the second quarter. Long 2 for Johnson, and that one from just outside the free throw line. Not quite there. Fight for the board. Collett had it knocked away by Floyd, and Manila will take over with 3:23 left to go. Coach Brinkerhoff asking for and getting a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. 25-22 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard, and we'll be right back.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Fourth quarter, 3:23 to go. Bryce Valley applying some full court pressure. Manila outscored Bryce Valley 12-2 in the second. Bryce Valley has outscored Manila 6-2, make it 8-2. They got a steal and the bucket. And it's Oakley Johnson again, has 6 points in the quarter. Call it up ahead. Browning tries to shoot a tough one, moving left, shooting right, and misfires. Bryce Valley has a chance to tie or take the lead here. 25-24. Let me get that mylocalradio.com scoreboard back up there for you. Floyd, top of the key. Johnson, Syret from the left wing. Nothing there. Kristen Stewart. Johnson drives, runs into Guyman. Good defense by Brooke. Lob across the top, tipped again, and out of bounds. Nope, I said tipped again. Just tipped the first time is all, and Bryce Valley maintains possession. Guyman gets a breather. Clegg checks into the game. So it's Browning, Sawyer, Collett, Sadler, and Clegg on the floor for Manila. Pass into the middle, that was deflected. It's on the floor, and a little bit of a scrum for it. Jump ball, possession arrow, Manila. Give Bryce Valley their 4th turnover of the quarter, 16th in the game. I'm sure that's something that Coach Brinkerhoff will talk about with his team after this one, is taking care of the ball better. Now, part of that is this Mustangs defense. Again, Manila allowed just over 40 points per game last year. And a big part of that, again, is that defensive effort. Sawyer can't find anybody, and a quick 5 seconds goes by. A 5-second violation. Bryce Valley will take over from their own baseline. Oakley Johnson receives the inbound, puts it up and in off the glass. Oakley has 8 points in the quarter. And Bryce Valley leads for the first time since they were on top, 16-14 in the third quarter. Another timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. Bryce Valley scored just 1 in the first, just 2 in the third. But they had a big second quarter, and they've had a pretty solid fourth quarter. 10 points already in the fourth. They've outscored Manila 10-2 here in this fourth. Bryce Valley. This program has really been good in the last 5 years. Again, looking back 5 years, a second place finish at state. They had a less than stellar regular season, but got hot at the state tournament and made it all the way to the championship game where they lost to Panguitch. In 2014-15, a 4th place finish. Then they took 3rd, and then the Bryce Valley Mustangs' first ever girls basketball state championship in 2016-17. They finished 23-4 and beat Tabiona in overtime for the title. Last year, a little bit of a down year with a young team, and still The down year for Bryce Valley means an 8th place finish at state. Manila Mustangs last year, 12-11, just over 500. Manila with the inbound, looking to hold on to it. They've had trouble with turnovers in this game, 24 total by my count. Sadler up ahead for Collett, and she's hit as she stops to try and make the catch. That's a 9th team foul on Bryce Valley, so Aspen Collett will shoot 1 and 1. Looked like Oakley Johnson is who the official indicated. It is Oakley Johnson's 3rd personal. Macy Brinkerhoff with 4. Oakley Johnson, Madison Syrett, and Brooklyn Syrett with 3 fouls apiece. Mustangs of Manila have not scored since Abby Sadler's field goal early in this 2nd quarter. Collett found her on a pick and roll, and Collett misses the free throw. It's a 1 and 1, so that's all she gets. Bryce Valley holds on to a 1-point lead with just over 2 minutes to go. You might see them practice their stall offense here unless Manila comes out to defend high. Man-to-man defense is Manila is in that, so that at least works in their favor a little bit here. Roundy, Johnson right side on the wing. And Manila just running a weave and taking up time. Browning not out high on the defense, down to a minute 45 left to go. Ooh, Floyd was wide open back door, but the Bryce Valley teammates just didn't look for her. Johnson, right corner, Syrett. Sadler comes out, a little hip check, not enough for the foul. Johnson looks inside, she finds Syrett streaking to the hoop. Brooklyn turns and hits. 28-25. And Manila, a little mistake there, gives it away. That's 5 turnovers for Manila, and Coach Tony Pendleton wants to take a timeout. 28-25 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Bryce Valley outscores Manila so far 12-2 here in this 4th quarter. We'll be right back.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
Well, Bryce Valley has been streaky. They've been good in the even quarters. They scored just 1 in the first, 2 in the third. Those odd quarters have been rough, but the even quarters, the 2nd and 4th, 13 points in the 2nd and 12 so far here in the 4th. Manila has been just, well, they didn't have a great first. They had a pretty good 2nd, pretty good 3rd, but they've struggled here in the 4th, just 2 points. Bryce Valley with the basketball. Manila 5 turnovers here in the 4th quarter, a minute 19 to go. Bryce Valley leads, and Abby Sadler with a quick foul on Brooklyn Syrett. That's a 4th team foul. Abby Sadler's 4th. She's the only Manila Mustang in foul trouble. 4 Bryce Valley Mustangs have 3 fouls or more. Inbound to Syrett. Sadler out defending. Sadler coming out high. Reaches in, 4, 5, and just gets it away. Syrett just got it away before a 5-second violation. Back to Sadler again, or to Syrett rather. Roundy. Bryce Valley, good attack. Johnson to the hoop. Misses, rebound. Sadler has it. And Manila's got to find a way to find some offense. Sadler up the right sideline, and she is fouled by Floyd. Coach Brinkerhoff, you could hear him shouting, "Don't foul, don't foul," and then the whistle came just as he was saying, "Don't foul" the 2nd time. That'll send Abby Sadler to the free throw line to shoot 2. Double bonus. And that's Floyd's 2nd personal foul. Manila was 9 of 11 through the first 3 quarters from the free throw line. 0 for 1 so far here in the 4th. We'll see if Sadler can change that. Abby's first, swish. Manila needs more. We'll see what they get. 47 seconds left to go, and Coach Pendleton asked for a timeout. The official initially said okay, but then said, "Oh, wait, nope, not quite." Maybe he just heard wrong. Maybe he thought he heard timeout, but Coach Pendleton said no. Not sure what the decision was there, but Sadler back at the line, shoots a second and misses. Rebound, Brooklyn Siret. Manila trails by 2 and wants to get a quick foul. They get a fairly quick one, 41.9 seconds to go to stop the clock. That's a 5th team foul. Aspen Collett with her 2nd personal. Again, Abby Sadler has 4, nobody else with more than 2. Sadler just about reaches and takes it away from Siret. At midcourt, Siret crosses the timeline, dribbles it away. Nope, a foul, and Sadler is done. So Abby Sadler will foul out with 6 points in the game. 33.2. So that brings 33 seconds left to go. That brings Brooke Guyman into the game. Guyman got the scoring started in the 3rd quarter. Inbound, Siret back court, and coming up quickly. Aspen Collett poked it away momentarily, but Siret got it back, and then Collett bumps her. Aspen's 3rd personal with 28.2. Puts Brooklyn Siret at the line, shooting 1 and 1. Siret's first trip to the free throw line. Bryce Valley 3 of 9 from the free throw line in the ball game. Siret will try to change that. Brooklyn toes the line, couple of dribbles, eyes the target and swishes it through. The sophomore has 3 points in the game, and that's a big bucket there. The free throw makes it a 3-point game. Here's another big free throw coming. This would make it a 4-point game, a 2-possession ball game if Brooklyn can hit this free throw, and she does not. It rims it out, and Olivia Clegg pulls in the rebound. Coach Pendleton asks for a quick timeout with Manila trailing 29-26, a 3-point deficit. Manila, I don't know if they've even attempted a 3-point shot in this game, have they? Jordan Stacy running my camera today. Want to thank him for his good work, and just turn to him. He looks, no, I don't think so. Bryce Valley's only attempted a couple. Carlene Roundy hit one in the 2nd quarter, but it's just not been a 3-point shooting game. And basketball all over the country is trending toward the 3-point shot. You see that from NBA to college. A Division II or Division III team yesterday or earlier today attempted 88 3-pointers in a single game. And yet today I think these 2 teams combined have attempted less than 5 3-pointers in this ball game. Bryce Valley's put on a full court press and a half-court trap, and that's really caused some problems for Manila. Aspen Collett across the timeline, dribbling right, goes right side. Browning for 3. Oh, just long. It was right on target. Clegg, the offensive rebound, passes it away. Bryce Valley with it. Manila's got to either foul or they foul. Brooklyn Siret will go back to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Ooh, that was so close by Kennell Browning. Just an inch shorter, and that hits the rim and drops down through. Instead, Bryce Valley with a 1 and 1. If Siret misses this first one, which she does not, big free throw there probably does it with 10.8 seconds left to go. A second one for good measure. And Brooklyn knocks it down. So Manila needs a prayer here. Aspen across the timeline, goes behind the back, dribbles, fires, got Sawyer. 3-point shot up and over the top, air ball. Time will run out as Bryce Valley rebounds. And a great game. Bryce Valley comes out on top, 31-26 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. Let's jump right into our post-game show. We had a nice battle. Defensive at first and a slow pace. Things picked up in the 2nd quarter. I'll tell you more about it right here. They just 3 points scored in that 1st quarter. It was defensive. I think it was both teams trying to figure out, work through plays and execution in their minds as they were out on the court, and neither team really got much going. Manila, Abby Sadler scored on a buzzer beater with a layup after an offensive rebound to end the 1st quarter. Bryce Valley got just a free throw in the 1st quarter, and it was 2-1. 2nd quarter, though, both teams opened things up. Bryce Valley scored 13. Manila scored 9, and Bryce Valley led 14-11 at the end of two. Manila had a great 3rd quarter, scoring 12 points, and a big part of that was Aspen Collett's 5. Kimsey Sawyer had a couple. Brooke Guyman a three-point play in that third quarter, and Manila led 23-16 at the end of 3. But then Bryce Valley outscores Manila 15-3 in the fourth quarter, and again, a big part of that was turnovers. Manila 6 turnovers in that fourth quarter and just couldn't get those buckets to fall. After Manila had gone 9 of 11 through the first 3 quarters from the free throw line, Manila shoots just 1 of 3 in the fourth, finishes 10 of 14. Still a very good day from the line, but struggled when it counted, and Bryce Valley did not. They shot just 3 of 8 through the first 3 quarters, but hit 3 of their last 4 in that fourth quarter and earned again, that helped lead them to victory. It's 31-26. Brooklyn Syrett finishes the game with 6 points. Kesley Floyd had 2. 2 points for McKenna Syrett, 5 for Madison Syrett, just 1 for Tori Nelson, 2 points for Macy Brinkerhoff. Carlene Roundy had 5, and Oakley Johnson led the way, I believe, for all scorers with 9 points. For the Manila Mustangs, 6 points for Abby Sadler. Olivia Clegg had 2. Kimsey Sawyer with 4. 4 points for Cannell Browning as well. Aspen Collett with 4, 6, 9 points. 2, 4, 7 points in the ball game. I had her with 5 blocks, couple of steals, and about 7 rebounds as well. Brooke Guyman has 3. And again, Bryce Valley wins 31-26 on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. Well, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. Manila gets things started early. They'll take on Tinnick at 10:30, and you can watch the game. Check Manila's High School's Facebook page. I'm not sure exactly where, but you can catch the game here on YouTube as well as Manila takes on Tinnick. Our pregame will start just before 10:30 tomorrow morning. I thank you for tuning in. And again, our final score, 31-26. Until tomorrow morning, I'm Ryan STEINECKERT.
Today's live online streaming video has been brought to you by Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign of Evanston, Wyoming, Pet Mineral Labs, Plains Tire, MyLocalRadio.com, Jensen Wood Motors of Montpelier, Idaho, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, Evanston Regional Hospital, and by Rocky Mountain Yeti.
Thank you for watching this presentation of Manila Mustangs basketball.